Before I move straight to the very precise questions, maybe you could tell us a little bit more, like a helicopter overview of the cluster, what you do, what you focus on.
Okay. So thank you very much for invitation. Great event, and for us, we are really proud of it that we are here, because our history is absolutely connected with Brussels, with EU funds. We start our story, in fact, Eastern Poland House. The idea of East Poland was the 5th poorest region in all EU, in fact, in GDP. So in 2006 we start with 100% EU support projects. In fact, to check EU expertise that we've got potential in the metal and machining process or not. And that was really interesting, because, like we discussed before, that was not administrative decision, but that was bottom-up process, when our company said, we are ready to the network, we are ready for clusterization, and without EU funds that was impossible. But what was really important, like said representative of Podkarpackie, Aneta, that was not only that idea of our authorities, but that was in fact maturity of our companies. So next game changer was 2015, when we received status of key national clusters. In fact, that was also Brussels view that Poland in fact not enough efficiency use the EU funds, because in Poland we've got more than 200 clusters, but only 7 of them received the status of key national clusters. Of course, Aviation Valley was in this group, we was also, and the Podlaskie region was only one region in Poland that they have two key national clusters. At the moment, in fact, we start for the poorest region. At the moment we play in the Champions Leagues, I can say, because we receive a gold label of European Secretary of Cluster Analysis, and that was in fact possible because of investments of our companies, because we start with 100% support of EU. When we receive key national clusters, 100% private money, that was investments of our companies, €0 in fact on this stage, but at the moment, in my opinion, quite nice balanced budget, because we are acting with the fundament, the background is the private money, but we also used money from EU, from the national level, from the Brussels level, the Horizon projects, and also from our region with strategic projects. So really a nice story, a little bit like Cinderella story.
Okay, very good, very nice summary, I think. The title of today's event is the Competitiveness and Security Business Summit. So you talked a little bit about business, but now I would like to ask you how the cluster contributes to this competitiveness part, and how it's what you said, and how it can help boost the competitiveness of the region, of the country. And then the second one will be also, I would be very curious to listen to you about this security part, because I know that there are also projects in the dual use technology that you are developing in the cluster. So maybe if you could touch upon those two themes, that would be wonderful.
Yes, that is also really interesting thing, because in fact before 24 February 2022, 3 or 5% of our members was interested in the defense sector. In fact, we was absolutely focused on the civilian matters, but that was in fact also a game changer. We realized that that is impossible to be out of order with defense and security matters, and half and a year ago, we've got in Białystok, in Podlaskie, the cluster anniversary 10th cluster congress, and that was the first time when we lobbying to on the stage going in fact defense and security matters. Before that was forbidden for normally business. A lot of discussion, a lot of ideas. In fact, also with Mariusz Dąbrowski from our Marshall office, but we did it, and at the moment, 16 February this year, we signed Alliance for Region with our Marshall office to support one of the really interesting solution created in Polish is bluszcz, in English ivy. That was in fact a little bit drone solution for mining. 19th February, our Prime Minister Donald Tusk and also head of Ministry of Defense Władysław Kosiniak-Kamysz decided this project is on board for the realization. So also short time and our competitiveness, in fact, in civilian industry, comes directly to the defense and security sector.
Thank you very much, and it's very interesting, the project you mentioned, and like you said, the pace was high, but the delivery was there, so it's I think a good case study and a benchmark for others to follow. One thing that is also important for us today is this international cooperation, because we want, and the event is also planned like this, to go beyond Poland, and that's why we have also a lot of international stakeholders here. Could you tell us a little bit about how this international cooperation between clusters and involvement of other companies also that was mentioned in the previous Fireside chat? I think it's a very important part of this.
Yes, in fact, internationalization, that was for us one of the important factor in FX. Also with East Poland House, because our first international ferries that was supporting with East Poland House in 2050. And that was greater region here, in fact. And that was, in fact, answer for our international partner that I interested in cooperation with the clusters. The next step was Elmia, Jęczyping, the biggest Scandinavian ferries, also with support from East Poland House. And when Volvo or SAP, the huge security business, come to us, and our companies put the question from Podkarpackie, Lubelskie, Świętokrzyskie, Podlaskie, Warmia and Mazury, why they show our brand? Because of cluster. We are not interested in cooperation with one single company. We are interested in the network, in the ecosystem, and in fact, Evoluma is present in every 16 region in our country. Warmia and Mazury is the second region after Podlaskie, but for example, for security reason, a member of our member board, Bartek, is from Podkarpackie. So we are open for all partners. Also quite nice connection with Lubelskie and Świętokrzyskie. So I'm really believe that if we are together, we are the better partner for others. That was opinion of France, German partners. 2 weeks ago, I was in the Basque country. They are also interested in new projects after a few years of discussion. And you know, we play absolutely on the Champions League, because some of our meetings was dismissed because the huge Japanese or American investments have a large-scale budgets, and we should wait. But at the moment, step by step, we are more ready for competitiveness on the European and also for the global level, because our members' products and services are present on all continents and worldwide.
Okay, so first the Champions League, and then we move to the World Cup. Yes, last question for you, Sebastian. We mentioned this security, we mentioned competitiveness, but I think the topic that will also today be brought up, and we will discuss about this innovation, and this is something that we will discuss in the following discussions as well. But could you tell us also about how this turn of the European Union towards innovation? We talked that the innovation gap is one of the one of the most important challenges, the largest, the key challenge that the EU is facing. And I wonder how on the innovation front, the cluster is also contributing.
In fact, when I listened to the discussion on the opening session and also in our fireside chats, I think that really important is flexibility, in fact, because, when we try to make some policy or strategy and you realize how, in fact, really unpredictable world we live. If somebody tell us in 2019 when we discussed with Volvo and Saab about shorten the value chain, we said mission impossible because the Chinese proposal is so cheap and technology advanced that we cannot compare with them. At the moment we are engaged in the project, and we've got awareness and maturity that we need the shortened European value chain. And in fact, we are at the moment on the level of Euro clusters with our partners from 11 European countries. And we have no other solution, in fact, to be closer, not only on the level Eastern Poland house, but also on the European level. For example, Mercosur at the moment is for us the huge challenge, because we are not the Spain or Portugal, that we have quite long tradition. Our experience from internationalization is that last 10 years, I realized that Poland haven't history of colonization. For example, our partners from Portugal said, on Portugal, sun is all day because of Lisbon, because of Rio de Janeiro, because of Macau, because of Madagascar, and we are not ready on the Polish level to think in the 7 days a week thinking about huge global projects. That is for us a little bit challenge, but I'm sure of that was in fact feedback from our international partners. You've got smart engineers, you've got really nice background, industrial background. Of course, EU funds is the reason, but you are ready and in fact faster than other old European industries like German or French or Italy or Spain or Britain. So that is also the information from Japan, that is information from Kazakhstan. They need us.
Thank you very much. I think it's a great conclusion remark. Thank you very much, Sebastian.